Hello, Assalamu alaikum. This is Avir Saqib Ahmed, my group mates are Ahmed Mustafa Lutfi and Alif Disha Putra. On the behalf of my group, today I am going to present chapter 10, which is buying, using, and disposing. Now I am going through the second learning objective, which is the information a store's layout, website, or salespeople provides strongly influences a purchase decision. Under this learning objective, we found the shopping experience, which is divided into 3 points, which are focus groups, total quality management, and Jimba. Now, focus group is a group of people, of consumers who are acquired to buy a new product and want to use it. And the total quality management is a team who want to spend less money and to get the quality full product. And Jimba is the thing where the source, where we are going to find the true source. And the second point for the learning objective 2 is demonstration of emotional states. There are a lot of emotional states like arousing, exciting, pleasant, relaxing, sleepy, gloomy, unpleasant, and distressing. What are the reasons of shopping? Social experiences, sharing of common interest, interpersonal attraction, instant status, and the thrill of hunt. Now everyone knows about the e-commerce. Now, what are the benefits of the e-commerce? E-commerce is a good consumer services. It has more options and it is more convenient. But there are some limitations for e-commerce, which are lack of security, fraud, actual shopping experience, and shipping charges. Now, relating this as theater, it can be divided into four: landscape themes, marketscape themes, cyberspace themes, and mindscape themes. Now there is another point called store image and the store's personality. Now it depends on the location, merchandise suitability, knowledge, and knowledge of the stuffs and the other things which are affecting overall the store evaluation is interior design, type of patterns, return policies, and credit availability. Another thing is in store decision making, how to make decision in store, mental budgets, unplanned buying, impulsive buying, and point of purchase POP stimuli. The third learning objective is the growth of a sharing economy changes the way many consumers think about buying rather than renting products. Under this learning objective, we found sharing economy, collaborative consumption, and P2P commerce, which is peer-to-peer commerce. Now, at the end, the learning objective 4 is our decisions about how to dispose of a product are as important as how we decide to obtain it in the first place. Now, this is more related to post-purchase satisfaction. What is post-purchase satisfaction? When you bought a product and after that buying that product, what is the feeling about the product to you? There are two things depend on it: consumer satisfaction and dissatisfaction. Expectancy disconfirmation model. Now I'm going to talk about the product disposal. Recycling is one of the thing to dispose the product. Recycling is the wastage of any product is going to recycle to make another new product. And the another point is lateral cycling, which is divided into three parts. It's underground economy, e-commerce, and switching. Now let's talk about the underground economy. It is more popular on US because in US people are selling second-hand products or used products, and it is a significant big market in US. So after this mind map, we come up with a summary of this chapter is many factors affect the consumer decision making process. The retail environment and experience is a strong influence. Marketers need to understand behavior in collective decision making situations. The decision making process differs when people chooses what to buy on behalf of an organization rather than for personal use. The growth of a sharing economy changes how many consumers think about buying rather than renting products. And the last one is our decision about how to dispose a product are as important as how we decide to obtain it in the first place. Now the question answering session. Uh, Sister Azrina asked a question. Can you give an example of an organization that makes an initiative to combat the issue of product disposition in Malaysia? Yes, we have an example. There's a company named ERTAs. Earth. It is not Earth, but ERTAs. Here, E wasting recycling through heroes. Now, this is one of the company which disposes 50 million ton of e-wastage and 20% are recycled. So heroes are collecting this e-wastage and they get money exchange of it. And it is a Malaysian based company, so everyone should know about this company because they are doing a lot of social works as well. Now the second question, which is asked by Sister Afroza. She asked what is the difference between unplanned purchase and impulsive purchase. Unplanned purchase happens when a person is ignorant of the store's plan and also sometimes under pressure, meaning when a person may be reminded to buy something by seeing the item. But impulsive buying is different. Impulsive buying occurs when a person experiences a sudden need and he or she cannot resist. So these two are the two different things. And that's all from us. Thanks for listening. Assalamu alaikum.